Hi there, welcome to the latest episode of my 10-minute moan. The topic of this 10-minute moan is having a look at the ship that NICOLA Sturgeon didn't launch 7 years ago. Right? So this story is a well-known story that 7 years ago, in September 2017, NICOLA Sturgeon and Humza Yousaf went down to Port Glasgow to launch the Glen Sannox Ferry. And they turned up, they done all the stuff, they got all the photographs taken. The boat went out into the sea and it came back again, took it straight back to the dock, and it was towed by tugboats. The reason being, it wasn't finished. Now, we all know that story, and it was the famous thing with the painted windows, etc. But Agent P, who's a well-known Twitter account that I follow, and many of us do, he put out some photographs the other day, and I thought, how did we not notice that? It is a completely different boat, right? The one that they launched 7 years ago, what we've got today, thankfully now, going to Aaron from Troon, is a different boat. Now, when I say it's a different boat, it's like, you know that Only Fools and Horses? Where I got my award today because I've had my brush for 35 years, the council, but it's had 25 heads and 5 handles. It's kind of like that. Because there is a bit of commonality between the boat she launched and the one that's in service today, 7 years later. And that's the hull. And that's about it. And how we didn't notice it before is incredible, because it's so obvious when you actually look at it today. Now, the one thing she got ridiculed for was there was no what's the name again? That's terrible. My dad was a draftsman. My grandfather was a Royal Navy. Where the captains where to go and steer the boat from? That's terrible. Anyway, it was all painted windows, right? But looking back, you've got, as you'll see here, the red at the bottom of the boat, which is now below the waterline. And see the big thumb thing sticking out the front of it, right? That should be under the water. So it's obvious that there's bits of the boat missing because it's not its normal weight. So it's sitting well up the keel. That's the word I'm looking for. It's sitting out the water, well out the water, like a big giant's thumb. And when you see the photographs of the ship today, it's where it should be, and that is just like on the edge of the water and underneath it. But as you can see in the photograph today, there is no red paint at all visible because the boat is finished. Now, the other thing that you draw your attention to, if you look at what we launched in 2017, there's 2 floors of stuff missing. So what they've got is, they've had this hull, and they seem to have just stuck a top on it. A bridge, Captain's Bridge, that was the word I was looking for earlier. Thank God for that. My grandfather and my dad will stop shouting at me now. It was as if it's probably made of balsa wood and just painted to look like, and stuck the top of this empty hull. The thing couldn't sail, and all it is it was a floating bit of metal. She's done the nice photos and kidded on the launch it and all who sails on her nonsense. And the thing went out to sea, not under its own power, by tugs, and then back in to get finished 7 years later, right? When it eventually did go into service. And you're like, I mean, it's like, it's 2 different boats, isn't it? It's not, I mean, it's a hull. That's what it is. She launched a hull, half a boat, right? And nobody tippled. Nobody actually tippled. The keel, the 2 missing stories, right? When you see the boat as it is just now in the water, there's 2 stories of windows that weren't there before, and the whole bit behind the bridge, there was nothing there before. Now it's all stuff, right? There's like maybe 2-3 floors of stuff that didn't exist on this previous thing. Because if you look at the line of where the front of the boat is, where there's people standing in this photograph, if you draw a horizontal line back there, that's as kind of as high up as the boat goes. But then you look at the one today and you draw a line from there, there's 2 stories above it. So there was nothing there. Just an empty hull. Oh, we've built a hull. Yeah, let's go and launch it. Now, the reason, now this is the key, right? That's the point of the video. Why did she do it? So this was August, September 2017, 2019, I think, earlier. And this was only months after they had lost loads of seats, about 20 odd seats in the general election. So she's been the leader. I think this was probably her first general election. And they've lost loads of seats. So her stock was going south and she needed something to turn it north. And she'd done a similar trick with the Tata Steel plant when she sold it to that guy that she gave loads and loads of money to, that I've done loads of videos about in the past, so I'll not bore you to death there. When the run up to the election there, where she was like, oh no, this plant might close and it's just about to become an election, so I can't have loads of Scottish people losing a job, and done a stupid deal when it cost us fortunes. So this was just the same again. Her popularity was on the nosedive. So let's get it back up. And we'll launch a boat 7 years before it's ready, because I've done a wee bit rotten in election. Absolute skank, right? Just total bonkers. So there you go. That's the story of NICOLA Sturgeon and her launching half a boat. All right. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you've not already done so, please hit subscribe and notification bell. Put your comments below. Please give me your opinions on the video and the topic. But most important of all, unless you're the type of person that thinks it's fun to launch half a boat and kid us all on, not you. But
everyone else, have a great day. Cheerio, bye now.